I had a nice session with the horses earlier, so I'll kind of, bring that into it maybe. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so when I was with them earlier, I was kind of feeling like it's kind of in alignment, Gaby, with you, because I was feeling a bit, I don't know, just a bit down because of well, it's to do with, you know, how there's just kind of a lot of divisiveness and judgment, and sometimes it's just difficult to find that middle ground or that center with other people and the horses. So I was just listening to them and their energy and what they had to say about that. And the main thing that came through was that they were really saying you don't need to have an opinion. And that seems like, quite a sort of simple idea, but it's so profound because it just takes away that whole layer of thinking of, you know, having to fit into something or having to be something or having to figure it out. So I thought we could just tune it. Let's start from there. Just start from that energy, whatever that releases for us. So if we just take some deep breaths. And just breathe in. Breathe in that energy of no opinion. Which is a kind of softness. A beingness. Just letting that mind part dissolve. And allowing the feelings, whatever feelings might be there, just to be there. Just to be heard and engaged with. And engaging with them in the sense of a flow. Of becoming receptive to whatever is there for us, whatever's there to be received, to be loving and gentle and kind to us. And just feeling how that flow can be a vibration. A vibration that offers a different sense of ourselves. So we don't feel like we're taking in the difficulties and the things that might feel hurtful or depressing or heavy. We're just able to feel them being flowed out. As we're opening to this new flow. And we can think of it however, whatever comes into our minds, like flowers or trees or sunlight, nature, or the big hearts of the horses. Just feeling like we're becoming a receiver of that light. And feeling how that can magically just lighten everything. Just begin this vibration. Maybe we feel it in the cells. Spreading out and rippling through our body and reaching our heart and softening and opening. Maybe we feel it as energy, that lights us up and soothes the tiredness or the negativity. Just tuning into the openness, our ability to invite, our sensitivity, our unique capacity to receive. Maybe we feel it coming into every surface area of us. Maybe it's the surface area of our soul, which is unimaginable, unimaginably vast. And we can still attune with that. Maybe it's our physical surface area. Every organ, our skin. Maybe it's our perception. So we hear it and we smell it and we taste it. And all that we have to be aware of is receiving. And being aware of that direct nature. How we receive straight to our beingness. So it doesn't have to bypass through the mind and the thoughts. We can rest in this golden rest of being. Just feeling ourselves filling up with certainty that everything's unfolding. That it's not our responsibility. We can let that go with our opinions because it's not real. Just feeling the delight of that miracle of being able to receive. And that all the anxieties and concerns are swept away by what we're flowing in, what we're allowing to flow in. We can allow it to amplify and strengthen and intensify. We can feel how healing that is. Feeling the way the receiving and the healing are one. Like switching on a light. It's one illuminated burst, a quantum leap of sentience. And becoming aware of all the witnesses, all the light beings, all the greater souls of all of us. They're supporting. Everyone is included. Everyone is loved. And just knowing that there are no divisions. The divisions are illusory. Just a symptom of fear that we can allow to dissolve in this flow of receiving. Just feeling ourselves filling up with the joy of that. And feeling that reverberation as we realize how vast it all is, how much greater it all is. The world that we're connected to, the world we can receive in this moment. And that every breath we take, we receive another dimension. And that instant healing, instant illumination. It's always there, it's always here within us. Let's just feel thankful for all of those things that challenge us. Because they help us to remember that we are connected and that we can receive. So let's invite them to share this with us. Anything that we feel threatens us, threatens our identity, threatens our happiness. Let's invite them in to share this with us. And feeling how joyfully they accept. And how wonderful it feels to be one in this one vibration of love that is the root of all of us. Just take some extra deep, replenishing breaths and feel how that reflects that extra deep receiving of the support that's there. As we just start to come back into our minds a little more. And as we come into our minds, we still feel that softness, that we don't have to have an opinion about anything. You don't have to have an opinion about ourselves, and we don't have to have one about others. You can just share this love. In this unique way that we have of receiving. And remember that when we're directing the flow in this way within us, how blissful that is. Because nothing dark can enter. We can just take our time, and if anyone wants to say anything, share anything, welcome.
I'd just like to say that you can have an opinion without having a judgment.
I think does that coming from your mind?
Well, it's coming from I suppose so. It's
I mean, I'm not disagreeing.
The podcast you sent me of that guy, Will Harris, who's turned his farm into a regenerative agriculture, and all these neighbours around are still doing industrial. And he kept saying they're good people.
Absolutely.
They didn't share his views, but there would be all sorts of reasons for that. And he had an opinion. He was very clear in his opinion about right for the earth and so on. But he didn't judge his neighbours. And I thought that was beautiful. It was very unusual. And so.
Yeah, that's a really interesting question, because it would be interesting to explore that more.
Because you have an opinion, don't you? You have an opinion on how you take care of your horses.
Yes. I mean, when I translated that from the horses, I wasn't focusing too hard on the words. So it's like, I think it's almost an effect that it has on you. You know, like when you don't have to have an opinion, it doesn't mean that you don't have one. It just means you don't have to have one. And so I think the more profound meaning was that you are not your opinion.
Yeah.
Like you might have one in any moment, but it can also change, and it doesn't have to be your identity and
and it doesn't determine the identity of your relationships with other people.
No, yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's huge, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that is huge, because so many people, they have an opinion, and everybody that doesn't agree with it is wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And then they can't be your friend as well. Exactly.
And you can't
Yeah.
have a discussion. You can't talk about it. Yeah, I think that's, particularly in our world just now, it is very important.
Opinion with an open heart.
Yeah. I think that's it, isn't it? It opens your heart, the idea of not judging people opens your heart.
Yeah. I suppose when you're able to not have an opinion in terms of like it's not that important, for want of a better way, then it sort of dissolves that way of it affecting how you feel about other people and what they do. And
yeah,
so like it doesn't come in the way of your relationship.
And it can be transient as well. Because you might hear or experience something which completely changes your
so true.
Your view. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's quite scary, isn't it? Like it's kind of, it can seem a scary place to be that open that you can, just go with what feels good in any moment. But in a way, it's like a real opportunity because it's like so powerful, that you're not held by an opinion, that you can just, yeah, it's amazing.
Non-attachment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had this lovely image earlier on of wildflowers. And just how they, the seeds just scatter themselves where they choose, and there's no direction, there's no intent of where they go.
Yeah. That's so true. Yeah.
Free will.
Yeah. That's lovely. It's kind of, but yet they always seem to land somewhere perfect as well. Like there's that sort of coherence in some way. Yeah. How are you doing, Gab? I don't think you're muted, or it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. Wow, it was nice.
Yeah, it always flows well with the group.
Yeah.
How have you been doing physically?
Okay, yeah. I always seem to have got over this stomachy thing.
Yeah. That's good because that's quite draining, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, it just dragged on and on for about a month. I wasn't right with it.
That's
I think that's something to do with all that thundery weather as well. Yeah, that it's gone.
It's kind of a shift in everything.
I think it puts quite a strain on my nervous system, all that electricity.
Yeah, that's true. Because it's very, it is true that because I've noticed that with the animals that they get kind of very tired. Karamba gets tired in the stormy sort of weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.